I needed her just to go away because it just took forever for her to finally realize. It's been done and over for years.
I really wonder whether Cody is aware that his children watch what he says or will come across what he says either on TikTok, Instagram, or wherever, or someone will tell them if they don't watch it directly. I really don't get it, because some of the things that he says about his ex-wives are shocking, to say the least. The things he says about Christine, Janelle, and Mary is just so disgusting, for lack of a better word, disgusting and very embarrassing and unbelievable. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Sister Wives, Season 9, Episode 2. Years ago in Season 1, when they were recording this show, or when this show was airing, there was talk that Janelle worked full-time. So she was the main breadwinner of the family with Cody, and Mary worked part-time, but Christine stayed at home and looked after the children. And I think when they got to Vegas, everybody got a job so that they could sustain, because they were now in individual homes that needed to be maintained. But still, I understood that the money was put in a pot, and then depending on what expenses were needed, the money would be given to whoever needed money at that point in time. I remember even when they were building the houses, there was a lot of uproar because Mary wanted to build something that other people felt was not necessary. But her argument was, at the end of the day, it's not my fault that I had one child. We said we're going to split this 4 ways, so I deserve my share and I deserve to do what I want with my share. Apparently, after they left Las Vegas to go to Coyote Pass, everybody, well, Mary and Janelle pulled their money and they helped buy Robin's house. And I don't know whether everybody else contributed for Coyote Pass. Christina apparently bought herself a house because I think she saw this coming and she wanted an out. So when she left, she sold her house, took her money and left. It seems now Janelle and Mary are in this predicament. This is why I feel Janelle wasn't happy with Robin being the legal wife, because they always said Mary, regardless of her problems with the other sister wives, she always made sure that all the assets were shared equally. And they always went to sleep peacefully knowing that Mary wouldn't sort of, take away anything from them, or wouldn't sort of, I don't know what word I'm like well, she wouldn't, what word am I looking for? I don't want to say she wouldn't steal from them, but she wouldn't be malicious enough to sort of make sure that they didn't get their worth. Anyway, now that Mary and Janelle have left, they are wanting their share of Coyote Pass. And it seems Robin and Cody own a majority of the acres on Coyote Pass. 1, 2, they own the home that they bought for Robin. And Janelle is saying that she at the time wanted all their names to be on the deed. So that would have meant Mary, Janelle, Cody, and Robin be on the deed. And if as they are living now, they would have been able to sort of withdraw their money. Robin is saying, no, that's not the case. I don't owe them anything. And it's like, Robin, we've never seen you work. We saw you start that jewelry line that I don't think went anywhere. So the idea that you would suddenly say you don't owe these women doesn't make sense. Christina left her share of Coyote Pass. That Coyote Pass should have been divided by 3. End of story. It should have been divided by 3. Cody would go with whoever is going, unless if he needed something, then they could give him 2 acres. But that would still put Robin in a position of benefit when she didn't financially contribute as much as Janelle and Mary. And this is the problem. And so now apparently the mortgage is due, or whatever the remaining balance is due on the property, and Cody doesn't seem like he wants to tell Janelle or Mary what's happening. He's busy saying, oh, I don't want it to go around the gossip mill of the family, so I won't tell Janelle anything because I don't trust her. He trusted her for years because she was his workhorse. She was the one who was bringing in the money. The moment she decided enough is enough, then he's decided he doesn't trust her. He treated her very well because he knew that she was the breadwinner and he wanted to keep her sweet. Now that she doesn't want to be taken advantage of, he's now painting her out to be the evil one. And I don't get it. I like the fact that Janelle said, I'm thinking of buying the deed on the property. If I do buy the deed, then Mary is going to get her equal share, because I feel like Mary has been treated unfairly. And for Janelle to say this says a lot. Because for years and years and years, irregardless of the family's issues with Mary, they knew that Mary would not squander them out of anything. Robin is sitting there, oh, I don't know why they feel like, at the end of the day, we all got our monies and it was up to people to use their monies for whatever they wanted. No, Cody was taking money from the other wives to finance Robin. This is why he sort of tricked Mary into going with them to Flagstaff, and now suddenly they've both decided that they don't owe the other wives anything. There's evidence. There's the TV show. The wives should take him to court and take him to the cleaners. That way, let's see what happens to him when he doesn't have any money. The audacity for Robin to sit there with a straight face and say, I worked, I learned how to save my money. I don't know what they did with their money. Seriously, with a straight face. Seriously. You must be kidding. Anyway, you then have Cody go into this rant about Madison and the fact that he doesn't get along with Madison because she cut off ties with him and he doesn't trust her because she's always fishing for information. And it's like, are you dumb? Are you crazy? Oh my God, I know it's not a good word to use, but seriously, how dare you say that about your own child, not somebody else's child, your own child, for you to say that. I give credit to Madison. Madison has always been one of those people who doesn't put up with crap in the family, and so her and Hunter mainly. The others are more sort of, let's get along. Some of Janelle's other children are, let's get along just to get along. Whereas Madison and Hunter have always been the no-nonsense children. And this is why you have Robin hate them, because she knows she can't push them and she knows she can't get them to do anything that they don't want to do. So I can't wait for Madison to respond to him, because the audacity of this man to always blame his children is shocking. It really is shocking. So Christine held a party for Isabel to welcome her to Utah because she's moved back to Utah. And you see all the grown children there. I really miss Hunter. Hunter is never on the show. He's always in the background if he's there, but he never speaks to the cameras. I think for him, as far as he's concerned, Sister Wives is over and is just there to support his family. And so that was nice to see. You had Peyton. Maddie obviously is there. I think the grown children are just agreeing to be on camera to support their mothers. The only person who seems very involved is McKelty. All of Christina's other children, they're just in the background. Even Truly, they're in the background. I think it's more about Christina and McKelty and Janelle. So they're having conversations. It was cute to see that they still get along. I personally feel uncomfortable every time Christina brings up that this is the only family that she gets along with. I wish she would move on. If she says she's moved on, I wish she wouldn't talk about the other family that she doesn't get along with, unless the producers keep asking her. But I don't think that's it. It's nice to see Christina's oldest daughter. I keep forgetting her name. What's her name? I'll pick it up. It's nice to see her and her husband Mitch. They seem to be doing very well. They haven't yet had kids. I don't know whether it's something that they want. But it's nice to see the family get along and really be supportive of Isabel's choices. What do I think? I think it's a good idea. I think it's bad that Christina keeps bringing up that she doesn't get along with Mary, especially if she gets along with Mary's child. That would leave a bad taste in my mouth. That why do you bring my mother into this? If you and I are friends, that's fine. Just try and avoid bringing my mother's name or mentioning any uncomfortable situations that you might have with my mum. That's just me. I remember in one of my former reviews, I said this and I'll repeat this. Sadly, as much as Christina loves Janelle, she cannot tell Janelle when to divorce Cody. She cannot want Janelle to divorce Cody. Janelle will divorce Cody when Janelle is ready. This is what people don't understand. Just because you see somebody's pain and you feel that their relationship is not healthy for them, you cannot force them to divorce the person that they're with. They can divorce the person they're with when they're good and ready. And this is what Christina needs to understand. And sadly, because she has had her waiting to exhale moment, she doesn't understand that maybe Janelle is not at the same place that she was at when she decided to leave Cody, which is really sad. Anyway, you have Christina sit down, she visits Janelle, they have a conversation. Obviously, they're just catching up and they're wanting to know. Well, Christina wants to know what's happening with Janelle. Is Janelle planning on going back to Cody? Is Janelle planning on moving with Maddie? what is the plan? And Janelle is sort of answering all the questions and giving information. And I think she had a backup. And this is why people at times stay in relationships longer, because they feel like, why are you questioning my decision? And they want to prove a point. And I don't know why Christine doesn't see this, that if she were to just sit there and just listen to Janelle as she's sort of ranting about, her current situation, whereby she's not legally married to Cody, but they own assets together. And she's trying to get her assets away from Cody. And Cody is using those assets as a way of punishing Janelle for leaving him. It's sad, but even though they're discussing exactly the same thing, Mary's conversation with her friend went way better than Janelle's is going with Christina. And I don't know why Christine doesn't see that the more she pushes Janelle to say, where do you stand? Are you moving from Flagstaff? Are you leaving Cody? Janelle is becoming more sort of resistant to that. And Janelle is sort of becoming upset. And I think if Janelle wasn't someone who likes to get along just for getting along, I think her friendship with Christine would have broken down by now because of that situation. Anyway, Janelle talks about getting a lawyer because she feels that she's most likely not going to be able to get her equal share from Cody, and she might need a lawyer just to make sure she gets her assets back, just because she wasn't legally married to this man, which is sad that this is the point they're at. It's really sad. And for Cody to complain that, Janelle hasn't made an effort to work on our marriage, blah, blah, I give it to Mary. Mary is on a waiting to excel moment, because Mary said, comma. Because that's the way Janelle is treating him is the same way he treated me, but now he feels aggrieved because it's suddenly happening to him. Why should he be upset that it's happening to him? If he did the same thing to me, karma is caught up with him, and now he's having to endure what I endured for years. And it's like, oh, this is drama. And this is sad, and this is really very disheartening. I don't think Cody wants Janelle as a wife. I think Cody wants Janelle's finances, that he wants, but I don't think he wants her as a wife. So I think he's happy to pretend to be married to her as long as Janelle can finance his and Robin's lifestyles. That's just my opinion. Cody must think the viewers are very dumb. He really must think we're very dumb because of the fact that, we all watched him for years play Mary. We all watched him for years drag her and sort of give her the impression that he wanted to work on his marriage when he didn't, only for him to now start saying all these horrible things. I wonder what Mary's child thinks every time, they hear Cody say this, because this is unacceptable. For him to say, Mary told me she was going to go to the church for a release. Well, this is what Robin was asking Christina to do. Now that Mary's doing it, he's upset and he's saying, I just wanted her to go away. You wanted her to go away like what? Like she's Jehovah's Witness who's nagging you, or what? You were married to her for years. You took away the legal marriage because you said you wanted to adopt Robin's children. I think that's when the deception started. In my opinion, I think it started way before that, but I think that's when the deception started. So as soon as they got to Vegas, he enjoyed his life with Robin, and that's when the deception of Mary started, for him to stop having anything to do with her, complaining that, she was very miserable. For 32 years, she was miserable. And you never did anything. And the audacity to lie that, my church doesn't allow me to ask for a divorce. Why didn't you tell her? And she could have gone herself to ask for a divorce from the church. She stayed in this marriage because you and Robin gave her the impression that you wanted to work on the marriage. When you didn't want to work on the marriage, all you wanted was her finances. And now suddenly that she stopped giving you her finances, you're talking about her like you would your dog or a wild animal, to say, oh, there's a wild animal on my land and I just hope it goes away. I hated that. I really hated that. And I despise this man for saying some of the most horrible stuff about his family on TV, whether it's for ratings or whatever. It's still unacceptable for a grown man who's got children with someone to say those things about that child's parent. What do you think the child thinks? This is why all his children are justified for cutting him out of their lives. They are justified, regardless of how he feels, because I bet you if he was talking about Robin the same way that he talks about all his other children's mothers, Robin's children would disown him. But he won't see that because he's so jaded and he's so in this la-la land with Robin, whereby they think they are God's gift to mankind, and so the other wives should bow down and obey whatever they want to do. I really hate this for Mary, and I hope seeing this gives her the closure she needed to move away from this man. somebody needs to give Cody a mirror, really needs to give Cody a mirror, because he says he doesn't want to play victim, but he is playing victim. He's very vindictive and malicious towards his ex-wives, because Janelle is sort of explaining to Christine why it's not easy for her to just pack up and go, because Christine was able to sell her house and pack up and go, but Janelle can't do that because Cody and Robin owe her money from Coyote Pass and from their home that they bought with Janelle's money. And so I like the fact that Christine has finally realized that it's not as easy as Janelle saying, I'm putting my house on the market and off I go. There are things there that she needs to consider before she packs her bags. So I feel sad for Janelle, because she's in this space whereby she was in this relationship. She trusted the sister wife, the main sister wife, or the legal sister wife, to sort of have her best interest at heart. And when the legal sister wife was changed to Robin, she saw this coming but didn't do anything because she thought things would always be okay. Mary would always have a say. I don't think she expected that a day would come where Cody would completely sort of not listen to Mary and would just focus on Robin. And that day has come, and sadly for Janelle, she's now stuck in this relationship whereby she's owed a lot of money. She doesn't want to be in the relationship, but she can't up and go without getting her money back. So it's really sad. It really is sad. And for Cody to continue to blame his ex-wives doesn't make sense. It's like, dude, you messed up your marriages. You messed up your relationships with your children. And so I don't get what you don't understand about why they don't want anything to do with you. They don't want anything to do with you because you have shown them a lot of disrespect. For him to say, oh, Robin was always very respectful, she was obedient, all my other wives weren't obedient. And it's like, well, you knew that when you married them prior to marrying Robin. This is why Mary said he strung us along because he was waiting for Robin because she was still a minor. It's like, oh, Mary's not having any of it at this point. She's fed up and she's going to say what she wants to say and not save anything. And for Cody not to see that what Janelle has done is exactly what he did to Mary. It's like, dude, open your eyes and see. Really open your eyes and see. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 1. Bye guys.